I'm Dr. Kshatriya. Welcome in my YouTube channel, that is Dr. Kshatriya Amita. So today we are going to discuss the model answer paper related to the course title, that is Agriculture Journalism, which having the credit 2 plus 1. Okay, so its course number is a Ele-extn-244. So now semester and examination going on in every agriculture college under the different agriculture universities. So I thought I would share this particular model answer paper with you. सो आपल्याला माहितीच आहे की सेमिस्टर अँड एक्झामिनेशन चालू आहे सगळ्या ॲग्रिकल्चर कॉलेजेसच्या डिफरंट युनिव्हर्सिटीमध्येच. तर ॲग्रिकल्चर जर्नलिझमचा हा जो कोर्स आहे, कोरोना पिरियडमुळे ऑफलाईन एक्झाम झालेली नव्हती, 2.5 वर्ष झालं. मला वाटतं 2018-19ला झाली होती. तर त्याचा एक मॉडेल आन्सर पेपर माझ्याजवळ होता. सो मला असं वाटलं की मी तो तुमच्यासोबत शेअर करावा. आणि आपल्याला आता लिहिण्याची सवय राहिलेली नाही आहे, मल्टिपल चॉईस क्वेश्चन म्हणजे ऑनलाईन एक्झामची सवय आहे. तर त्यामुळे नेमकं एक प्रत्येक क्वेश्चन म्हणजे सब्जेक्टिव्ह क्वेश्चनसाठी नेमकं काय लिहिलं पाहिजे आपण पेपरमध्ये, हे आपण आज डिस्कस करणार आहोत. ओके, सो टुडे वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस दिस मॉडेल आन्सर. सो मूव टुवर्ड्स द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन ऑफ दिस पर्टिक्युलर कोर्स. तर सेक्शन ई आणि सेक्शन बी असे 2 सेक्शन असतात तुमच्या सेमिस्टरच्या पेपरला. हे तुम्हाला माहीत आहे, आत्तापर्यंत तुम्ही एक्झाम दिली असेल तर तुम्हाला ही आयडिया आलेली असेल. तर 2+1च्या सब्जेक्टसाठी 80पैकी तुम्हाला 64 मार्क हे तुमचे सब्जेक्टिव्हसाठी असतात. ओके, म्हणजे 8 क्वेश्चन तुम्हाला सॉल्व करायचे आहेत 10पैकी. ओके, किती क्वेश्चन? 8 क्वेश्चन. तर एका क्वेश्चनला 8 मार्क, असे तुम्हाला 8 64. सो 64 मार्क्स विल बी देअर फॉर युअर 88 क्वेश्चन. ओके, so like that you should answer the each and every question for a subject to section A. Section B is for 16 mark. ओके, त्याच्यात सेक्शन बी मध्ये परत 2 क्वेश्चन असू शकतात. ओके, सो लाईक दॅट फिल इन द ब्लँक्स असतील, डू ॲज डायरेक्टर असतील. ओके, सो लाईक दॅट, सो फॉर 88 मार्क्स. सो लाईक दॅट द क्वेश्चन पेपर विल बी देअर. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस अबाउट द सेक्शन ई. I will discuss all 10 question which is came already in your 2018-19 paper. Some of the answer were different. Okay, so I combined both that model answer and whatever the notes having with me. Okay, so we will discuss. Okay, so first question is what is mean by agriculture journalism? Write down the role of agricultural journalism in rural development. Okay, so the meaning is asked to you about agriculture journalism. So you know very well agriculture journalism is one of the branch of journalism. Okay, so what is the agriculture journalism? Definition is different, but here actually what is meaning of agriculture, that ask. Okay, so it's related to the only one field, that is agriculture. So agriculture journalism is nothing but it means writing for farm families about their interest. Okay, farm families means farmer, about their interests, subject like what? Farming, local politics, health, sanitation, hygiene, new development in agricultural practices. So whatever the new development is in the agriculture, that will be in this particular writing. Writing means what? Writing for farm families means whatever the farmers are there or who are working in the farming sector. Okay, so for that this writing is there in the form of news story, success story, magazine story. Okay, and etc. Then again another definition is what? So it is another meaning is agriculture is that, so writing for the farm families, writing on the agriculture, farm practices, rural development. Again, if any particular new scheme is launched, so giving the information related to that particular new scheme related to the agriculture. If any different kind of the projects are there, so giving that particular information through this writing, that is your agriculture journalism. Then what is the role of agriculture journalism in rural development or agriculture journalism in rural area? Okay, so आपको तो अभी समझ में आ गया कि व्हाट इज़ द एग्रीकल्चर जर्नलिज्म, बट व्हाट एक्चुअली रोल ऑफ दिस एग्रीकल्चर जर्नलिज्म इन रूरल एरिया. कृषी पत्रकारितेचा रोल हा रुरल एरियामध्ये कसा आहे हे आपल्याला इथे लिहायचं आहे. इट इज व्हेरी जनरल क्वेश्चन. So first is what? To create awareness and overcome ignorance. Okay. So I already share lecture on this particular topic, so you can also go through that for detailed information. Okay, so to create awareness related to the whatever the happen in the agriculture, okay, that is one of the role. Then to narrow down the gap existing between the level of research finding available at agriculture research stations and the actual adoption use of those by the farm people. So are you heard about the REF linkage? That is a research extension worker and farmer. Okay, so to fill the gap in between the researcher, extension worker, okay, so extension worker as subject matter specialist असतील, any other person who is having the role like that to transfer the technology from the research to farmer. Okay, it is one of the pillar in between the or moderator in between the researcher and farmer. That is a extension officer or extension worker, anyone, and farmer. Okay, so who are working in the farming sector. So REF, that is a this linkage is very important when you are going to be transfer any technology. Okay, in only you are doing the research at a research station, but that research is not go or not disseminate up to the farmer. That is no useful. Okay, so for that purpose this gap should be filled. Okay, so that will be filled by this agriculture journalism. Okay, so that is a narrowed down to narrow down that gap existing between the this research extension farmer through this particular agriculture journalism. Then the third is the need of the time is the continued flow of superior scientific technology from agriculture research station to the farming community through different media. So there is a different medias are there. So to whatever the information is at agriculture research station, that should be the flow from the that particular scientific technology, whatever the technical knowledge is there, up to the farming community. Okay, through the different agriculture journalism media, through the news story, to the success story, to the magazine story, to the pamphlet, leaflet, radio talk, television. Okay, through the television program related to the agriculture. Okay, then the effective communication through the agriculture journalism of new knowledge from its source of origin to the users provide the useful involvement and active participation of technology generate the technology user. So whatever the new information, new knowledge, new technology, new practice, whatever it may be, is generate in this particular agriculture sector, that should be give that particular knowledge, involve farmer in that particular that new practices. Okay, so they can be use it, that new technology, they can generate the that particular technology or that adopt on their particular farm. Okay, that is one of the role. The role of agriculture journalist compares of the function facilitating the effective communication of new agriculture knowledge in such way that result effective use and adoption. So whatever the new technology is there, whatever the new varieties develop in the particular agriculture field, जी काही नवीन व्हरायटी असेल, एखादी नवीन टेक्नॉलॉजी असेल, एखादी नवीन प्रॅक्टिस असेल, ती प्रॅक्टिस, ती व्हरायटी, ती टेक्नॉलॉजी ही जी कृषी पत्रकारितेचे पत्रकार आहेत त्यांनी ती इन्फॉर्मेशन अशा प्रकारे फार्मरला दिली पाहिजे की ते त्यांच्या शेतावरती यूज करतील किंवा ते पद्धत अडॉप्ट करतील. ओके, दे कॅन बी यूज अँड अडॉप्ट दॅट पर्टिक्युलर टेक्नॉलॉजी ऑन देअर farm. So that is one of the role. It should serve as the information center. So it is very important. So this agriculture journalism at a rural area is act as the information center. Why it is called as the information center? Because it's giving the various information related to schemes, plans, project, facilities available like credit. Okay, it's related to economics, then seed and fertilizers, different kind of the input or sources. Okay, that's why it's called as a information center. It provides information about weather forecast reports also. Okay, so when it will be the rainfall or how much rainfall is there, or how is the temperature, is there suitable for your crop or not, all these things are there. It gives the information about the purchase and sales of livestock, new development project like construction of new road or bridge in the village. It gives the information to the market. Okay, what is the minimum price of the particular good or that particular product. Okay, so according to that, the farmer should sell their product in the market. Related to the goods, related to the livestock, all these things are there. So this is the role of your agriculture journalism. So you can write many more also, but minimum you should write the 8 points here. Okay, then next question should be there. क्वेश्चन नंबर 2A. ओके, क्वेश्चन नंबर 2 मधला एक क्वेश्चन आहे हा, म्हणजे ह्या 4 मार्कला असणार आहे. ए आणि बी जर असं आलं तर तुम्हाला 4 मार्कला एक क्वेश्चन असणार आहे आणि तुम्ही 4 मार्कच्या हिशोबानेच त्याचं आन्सर लिहायचं आहे. सो डिफाईन न्यूज स्टोरी 9. डिफाईन न्यूज इन लिस्ट अँड एक्सप्लेन इन ब्रीफ द कंपोनंट ऑफ न्यूज. सो लॉट ऑफ स्टुडंट कन्फ्युजिंग अबाउट दिस पर्टिक्युलर क्वेश्चन. न्यूज विचारलं की न्यूज स्टोरीच्या डेफिनेशन लिहितात. सो व्हॉट इज अ न्यूज? इट इज एनी एक्युरेट फॅक्ट और आयडिया दॅट विल इंटरेस्ट अ लार्ज नंबर ऑफ रीडर्स इज न्यूज. अँड व्हॉट इज अ न्यूज स्टोरी? इट इज अकाउंट ऑफ इव्हेंट इन द सिक्वेन्स. दॅट इज युअर न्यूज स्टोरी. So what is the next question is asked here? Component of news. So when it is asked about the component of use, so you should enlist first what are the components are there. How much components are there? 3 components. Which are that? Heading or headline, lead, body. Okay, these are the 3. Okay, so heading first component, lead, in that summary lead, suspended interested lead is there, body it's also called as a content. So these are the 3 components is there. Form of news story is different. Okay, and style means this is the head, lead and body, but form हे different आहेत. Okay, inverted pyramid is different, so you don't write that point in this. It's only asking about the component of news. So you should enlist first all these 3 components, and then you are going to be explain in a brief about each and every component. So heading, what is the heading? It is a capsule opening center at the top of the news. Capsule opening, हम capsule opening करने के बाद उसमें क्या निकलता है? ओके, टैबलेट रहती ना, उसके जो पाउडर रहती ना, सो इट कैप्सूल ओपनिंग ऑफ द पर्टिकुलर न्यूज़, top of the news. So it is in the top of the news. Heading must summarize the entire news. So what is the heading? Is that it summarize overall your news story. It arouse the interest in the it should be apt and short. It should be the apt and stimulating. It is the effective word should be used to make it is a meaningful and catchy. So whatever the heading is, it should be the catchy one. It should have the meaningful. It attract the reader to read that particular news story, because by reading the headline or reading the heading, okay, you should get the overall idea about that particular news story. Okay, then what is a lead? Lead is the opening part of news story. When after the heading, when you are starting the your story, okay, so it is the opening, it is the beginning part of your particular story. It gives the introduction of the story. Okay, so that is a lead. It is a condensed news which gives the abstract of entire information. Abstract or summary. Okay, why it is called as abstract or summary? What is the opening part of the or beginning part of the particular story? It informs about the subject and help in developing respective mood. Okay, then the purpose behind the writing the lead is what? That readers expect the basic fact in a particular story first, or 1 to 2 paragraphs. So I will explain it is what is actual lead. In that we discuss the 2 types of the lead. What? Summary lead and suspended interested lead. So summary lead is nothing but it is give the answer of 5 W's and 1 H. What is that 5 W's and 1 H? We will discuss in the next slide. This is the summary lead में क्या हम discuss करते हैं? It is a self-explanatory because lead written in the form of summarize its story. So 6 questions. Which are that 6 questions? To give the answer of 6 questions: who, what, when, where, why, and how. Why that particular incident is happen? where it is happen, how it is happen, who did happen that particular incident, what actually in that, and when it is happen, म्हणजे date, time, place, okay, all these things are come. Why, how, what is the reason behind that, all these things are in the summary lead. Then the suspended interest lead is what? It give the real climax or feature of the story. After the two paragraph, it is gives the overall explanation of that particular story. What is actually climax of that particular story? It it is a create the what suspense in the mind of the audience. Okay, related to the particular that story. Okay. Then body, it gives the detailed information about the event. It should be made simple, clear, easy to read. So that is about the your body. Okay. So this is about your component of the news. This is the question number 2A. Then question number B. What is the question number B? Enlist the elements or characteristics of news. Any 8. So you can write only 8 characteristics of the news. So it is a very general and it is in your notes also. So immediacy or timeliness means whatever the information is there, it is immediacy. Immediate information should be there. Timeliness, on the time. Okay, for example, suppose now what is going on in the agriculture, so sowing is already done, now it is interculture operation is there, fertilizer application is there, insect attack. So how we are going to control measure on that particular insect attack, what kind of the interculture operation should be there. So it give the information like that to the farmers. Okay, or any scheme is there, so you should give the information the like of that particular scheme to the farmers. The nearness or proximity, so you should give the information related to the agriculture only. Okay. Truth and objectivity, it's have the truthful information, have some objectives means some एखाद्या त्या घटनेला किंवा ते देण्याच्या मागे त्या स्टोरीच्या मागे काहीतरी उद्देश असला पाहिजे, उगत द्यायची म्हणून देऊ शकत नाहीत आपण. ओके, सो इट्स हॅव सम ऑब्जेक्टिव्हिटी. इंटरेस्ट अँड सिग्निफिकन्स, इट शुड बी इंटरेस्टेड वॉट एवर युअर ऑडियन्स इज देअर. ओके, सो हिअर आप ॲग्रिकल्चरलिझम, फार्मर्स इज युअर ऑडियन्स, सायंटिस्ट, रिसर्चर who are in the particular agriculture field. So you should think about your audience. According to that, we are going to be give that particular story. Man is an element of news and newspaper. Okay, and timing and place of occurrence of an event is another element of news. Okay, timing, place. Okay, that is very important. Number and size create the news. Okay, mystery and suspense is also is there. Other elements of news are the action, movement or speed, mobility, rivalry, sex, scandal, beauty, romance, courageous works, activities, expeditions, discovery, historical event. All this help to create a news in the newspaper. So these things are very important to create a news. Okay, so you should write only 8. Okay, for the 4 marks. Then the next question is a write in brief the writing style of farm journalism. So how you are going to be write a particular news story, any magazine story, success story, whatever it may be, any script, how you are going to be write a particular thing for a farm journalism writing style. So there is a lot of points are given, so we are going to discuss the language. So the language of a write-up of farm journalism should be such that it can vibrate the right chord of the target reader. So whatever the language you are going to be used, it should be the according to your local area language. Suppose I am living in this Aurangabad or this Marathwada sector, so I should use the Marathi language there. Okay, so people can understand particular language. It should be the created simply interpretation of that particular information up to the farmer or the audience. The language should be the simple, conspicuous and lucid. Okay, it should be the simple, no complication should be there. Language should be lively. Okay, so it should be the short, sharp and clear sentence. You don't write the grammatical things in that particular story. needless repetition of ideas and the wastage of words should be avoided. Repetition नहीं करना है आपको ज़्यादा, और wastage of words should be avoided. For example, if it sentence should be the short, no longer than 20 words or 3 concept. Okay, so 20 words के ज़्यादा आपका longer नहीं होना चाहिए sentence. Okay, and the idea should be only 3. Explain any new word whenever you use them. If any new word you are going to use, you should explain about that particular new words there. Sentence structure should be simple. It is the best to write an active voice. Then headline and bullet point should be used to highlight the prominent issues. Then relevant illustration. So if any insect, you are giving the information related to the insect attack on the soybean crop, so you should provide the illustration of that particular insect attack. Okay, so illustration is nothing but any picture, any photograph, or any symptoms related to that particular insect attack on the soybean crop. So you should show that picture so your reader can get the clear cut idea. Any sketches, maps should be used to explain the point. Then use and but when 2 words or phrases is there. If 2 words are there, you should use but and. Okay. Avoid pair negative sentences. For example, he was not unhappy. Okay. So like that points are there for the writing style of farm journalism. You can explain in brief about this particular points. Then next is a question number 4a. Okay. So enlist the factors used to measure readability. Any 6. क्या आपको यूज एक्सप्लेन करना है, इधर इनलिस्ट करना है. ओनली इनलिस्ट दे आस्क, नॉट अबाउट द एक्सप्लेनेशन. स्पीड ऑफ परसेप्शन, perceptibility at a distance, perceptibility in peripheral vision, visibility, reflex blink techniques, rate of work, that is a reading speed, eye movement, fatigue in reading. So I will just giving the general explanation about these particular factors. Okay, speed कैसे, perception. What is the perception? How you are acquiring the particular thing by your senses. Okay, जेव्हा आपण एखादं न्यूज स्टोरी वाचतो किंवा एखादं मॅटर वाचतो, एखादी स्टोरी वाचतो, काही जे काही आपल्याकडे अवेलेबल असेल, आपल्याला काही वाचायचं असेल, तेव्हा काय काय गोष्टी आपल्या उपयोगाच्या आहे. आपण डोळे आहे, आपण वाचतोय. ओके, सो स्पीड कशी आहे आपली वाचण्याची स्पीड, आपली ग्रास्प करण्याची स्पीड. आपले ग्रास्प करण्यासाठी म्हणजे आपण फक्त डोळ्यानं वाचतो म्हणजे फक्त आपले डोळे त्याच्यामध्ये इन्वॉल्व आहेत का? नाही. आपण डोळ्यानं ते वाचतो, नंतर ते ग्रास्प करतो, नंतर ते आपल्या मेंदूपर्यंत जातं, नंतर ते आपल्याला समजतं, नंतर ते आपण ॲक्ट करतो, नंतर ते आपण ॲडॅप्ट करतो. दिस इज अ लॉंग प्रोसेस. ओके, द स्पीड ऑफ परसेप्शन इज व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट फॅक्टर फॉर मेजरिंग द रिडेबिलिटी. आता रिडेबिलिटी म्हणजे काय हे ऑलरेडी तुम्ही माझे readability is nothing but ready to read easy. Whatever the matter is there, how we are going to be easily read that particular matter. Readability, read. Okay, readability. So that is readability formula is there. How you are going to be measure that particular readability. Rodolph, a scientist, is there. He giving that particular formula. You should go through the notes and you should read about the readability, so you will get the clear ability to read. Okay, that is the readability. Speed of perception is one of the point is there. Perceptibility at a distance. Okay, so at what distance that particular your that particular matter is there. Then your vision, peripheral vision means what? How you are going to be saw that particular matter and how we are going to be grasp that particular matter. ओके, सो शब्दशः अर्थ सांगत बसतो तर ते खूप तुम्हाला डिफिकल्ट जाईल समजायला. तरी पण मी आय विल शेअर द नोट्स, हँड रिटन नोट्स इज विथ मी अबाउट दिस पर्टिक्युलर पॉईंट. सो आय विल शेअर इन द इन द टेलिग्राम लिंक. आय विल शेअर इन द डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स. ओके, visibility. Okay, so if it is a soft copy is there or any hard copy is there, whatever the matter is there. Okay, so it is, if it is a blur, it is not seen clear by your eyes. Okay, so you are not getting that point clear. Okay, so depending about the visibility of your matter, that is also one of the factor for the readability measure. Reflex blink technique. आता आपण डोळे बंद करतो, उघडतो, बंद करतो, इट्स व्हॉट ब्लिंक. ओके, दॅट इज रिफ्लेक्स ब्लिंक टेक्निक. सो व्हॉट एव्हर यू आर रीडिंग, जर तुम्ही आता अंधारात बसलात आणि लाईट चालू आहे तर तुम्हाला ते क्लिअर दिसणार आहे का, किंवा लाईट गेली, मेणबत्तीच्या उजेडात तुम्ही वाचताय, तुमचे डोळे किती उघड झाप करतात. ओके, तुम्ही कंटिन्यू 4 तास बसलात वाचत. ओके, सो इट विल अफेक्ट बाय दॅट पर्टिक्युलर रीडिंग thing. Okay, so that is one of the factor. Reflex blink techniques. Rate of work, reading speed. तुमची reading speed किती आहे? What about your reading speed? How much your reading speed is there? Okay, some having the reading speed about what? Suppose 120 words per minute. For example, I am telling you. Okay, some are the very slow, some are the very fast. So according to that, so that also affect the reliability measure. Reading speed or rate of work. Eye movement. Okay, eye movement is one of the factor. How much in 1 second, how much you are going to be move your eyes in 1 minute while you are reading the novels, while you are reading the books. Okay, so in which some people reading one novel, 100-page novel in a 1 hour, some are reading half hour, some are taking the time of 1, 2, 3 days. Okay, depending on their speed, depending on their eye movement, depending on their different kind of the factors. Then fatigue in reading. Fatigue means what? You are working for the 8 hours. Okay, you are on the job, you are working for 8 hours, you came at home and reading the novels, you are already tired, you are not in the mood to read that particular novel. ओके, अगर मैंने 6 घंटा काम किया है खड़े रहकर और मेरा मूड रहेगा क्या मैं पढ़ूँ कुछ नहीं ना. सो फैटिग मीन्स नथिंग बट यू आर टायर्डनेस, मीन्स यू आर सिटिंग और यू आर स्लीपिंग एट योर बेड एंड यू आर रीडिंग, सो नॉट गेटिंग द कॉन्सेंट्रेशन, आपको नींद आ जाएगी. ओके, सो यू शुड fatigue, you are, if you are tired already and you are going to be read that particular matter, you are not getting the concentration, so that is affect to your reliability measure. So these are the some 8 points or 8 factors are there. You can explain any 6, or you can write any 6 point here. Okay, then what are the advantage of illustrations? So what is illustration? That first of all, so illustration is nothing but whatever the pictures, whatever the photograph, map, graph, okay, you are using with your written material. Okay, so that is illustration. By seeing the picture you can get the idea about what is happening in that particular story. Okay, so what are the advantage? An illustration is to strengthen the meaning of the written matter. Okay, so whatever the written matter is there, if you are putting the picture or any related to the visible things related to that story, so it will be the giving the strength to that particular story. Okay, it attract the attention and add the interest of reader, automatically create the attention and attract the people to read that particular story. Readers observe the message at a glance from an illustration. Okay, so that is one of the advantage. It clarifies, support and explain the text. Okay, it clarify. So I already told one example to you. If insect attack on the soybean crop, you just giving the theoretical part there. Okay, just you are giving the written material, so it is not that much effective. If you are showing the pictures related to the how that particular insect attack on the soybean crop, what will be the symptoms of that particular crop is there, by showing the diagram of that particular insect, that particular leaf, that particular crop, okay, on which part they affect. If you are showing in a visually form, so it will create the more explanation of that particular text matter. Reader learns faster and remember longer the material presentation through illustration. Okay, अगर आप सिर्फ पढ़ोगे और तो आपको उतना ध्यान में नहीं रहेगा. If you are going to be read and also the seeing that particular illustration, so it will be the affect more, it will be the long lasting in your mind, and writer can make his writing more realistic and lively. Okay, illustration enables reader to see data rather than read. It creates visual effect. Then pictorial presentation is more useful when intended readers are non-technical people. Okay, so when the non-technical peoples are going to be read a particular non-technical means those people are not having the literacy. No, illiterate peoples are there. They can read and they cannot be write. So they can just seeing the pictures, they can easily get what is actually in that particular story. That is the advantage of illustration. Then the question number 5 is the difference between newspaper and magazine. Okay, so in the model answer, I think it's give the different kind of the differences. So this is I took taken from the any particular reference through the internet. So newspaper and magazine, so size and appearance. What is the size and appearance of the newspaper? It is a bigger in size and can be folded. आपको न्यूजपेपर पता आहे, आपलं वृत्तपत्र म्हणतो आपण त्याला मराठीत. सो इट कॅन बी फोल्डेड. ओके, आणि इट बिगर इन मोठं असतं मॅगझिनपेक्षा साईजनं, आणि इट कॅन बी फोल्डेड. बट मॅगझिन इज अ बुक टाईप साईज, बुकसारखं असतं. अँड कंटेंट न्यूजपेपर इट रिपोर्ट क्लिअरली ब्रीफली ॲट द ऑब्जेक्टिव्ह विथ द लेटेस्ट इन्फॉर्मेशन. सो न्यूजपेपरमध्ये कशी इन्फॉर्मेशन असते? लेटेस्ट. सो न्यूज़पेपर में लेटेस्ट इन्फॉर्मेशन रहती है, बट मैगजीन इट्स कंटेंट ओनली द स्पेशलाइज्ड टॉपिक्स एंड करंट इशू. ओके, स्पेशलाइज्ड टॉपिक. सपोज सीजनेबल इंफॉर्मेशन शुड बी देयर. रेनी अभी ओनली डिसीज के पेस्ट के बारे में अभी इंफॉर्मेशन दे सकते हैं. ओके, स्पेशलाइज स्पेसिफिक सब्जेक्ट शुड बी देयर. स्टाइल कैची हेडलाइंस आर देयर इन द न्यूज़पेपर. हियर बैक्स द सब्जेक्टिविटी. what is the subject is there, according to that their headline is there. Design layout, newspaper have simple black and white colored. Magazine it is a use lot of color, different size and font. Okay, then the next fifth number, target audience. What kind of a target audience for newspaper? General audience are there, anyone can read the paper. Here specific type of audiences are there. So we already discussed in the theory that there is a different kind of the magazines are there. Man's interest is there. Again sports related is there, kids comics. Okay, different kind of the magazines are there. Okay, so according to that specific type of audience. So agriculture related magazines are there, that is the Indian Today, or Godwa is there, Sheti Bhati is there, Sheti Mitra is there. Okay, Indian agriculture is there. So these type of the magazines are read by only the who are in the agriculture field, or those having the benefit about the by reading that particular magazine. So target oriented specific type of the audience are there. Readability, it is written in the fact style. Fact and fiction is different. Fact means reality. न्यूज़पेपर क्या रहता है, जो घटना इवेंट्स ऑलरेडी हैपन हो गए हैं हमारे सराउंडिंग में, उसके बारे में इंफॉर्मेशन देता है. और मैगजीन इज कलरफुल लैंग्वेज. ओके, हियर फैक्ट स्टाइल इट्स कलरफुल लैंग्वेज. विजुअल, वाइड बैकग्राउंड रहता है न्यूज़पेपर. इट शुड बी क्रिएट हैविंग द वाइड बैकग्राउंड. मैगजीन शुड बी इन्हांस विद द इफेक्टिव कलर. शेल्फ लाइफ क्या रहती है? ओके, सो वी ओनली रीड न्यूज़पेपर वंस एंड डिस्कार्डेड. हम एक बार ही पेपर पढ़ते हैं और उसको डिस्कार्ड कर देते हैं. बट मैगजीन कैसा रहता है? इट केप्ट फॉर सेवरल डेज, वीक्स, मंथ इन अ रैक्स. रिपीटेड रीडिंग इज देयर. So thrips attack, insect attack on soybean crop is now is going on. So it will be help for the next year also. Only the updated information should be there, but it can be help to the next year also. That's why we are keeping that magazine for the several days, several years, several week. Okay, in your rack. But newspaper is not. No number of pages should be in the newspaper is a less number of pages are there, usually 8 to 16 pages, and size is larger than magazine, but here more than 16 pages in a magazine and size is smaller. Okay, so that is a difference in between newspaper and magazine. So you can write any 8 differences for the 8 mark. Okay, then question number 6, write short notes. Importance of journalism. See, it is very general question. Importance of journalism. It informs and disseminates the news. That is the first importance. I am not going to explain each and every point. Then the next is it influences the public opinion and ways of thinking by giving social or commercial message. Then it provide opportunity of entertainment. Then it is educate the people. It helps in maintaining democracy. It helps in developing national sense. It acts as an agent in collection, preservation, presentation of news, reading matters to various journalistic media. It motivates the people in adoption of modern agriculture technologies. Okay, this is about the importance of journalism. Then parts of newspaper. So general news, local and foreign news section, editorial page. Parts of newspaper means what? Whatever the parts in particular newspaper is there. Okay. जनरल न्यूज़ रहती है, लोकल एंड फॉरेनल न्यूज़ सेक्शन रहता है, एडिटोरियल पेज. ओके, संपादकीय पेज म्हणतो आपण त्याला. वेदर सेक्शन गिविंग द इन्फॉर्मेशन रिलेटेड टू द वेदर, क्लायमेट, रेनफॉल, टेम्परेचर. ओके. स्पोर्ट न्यूज़ रिलेटेड टू द इन्फॉर्मेशन अबाउट द स्पोर्ट्स. क्रिकेट होगा, वॉलीबॉल होगा, बैडमिंटन होगा, टेबल टेनिस, चेस, इंडोर आउटडोर गेम्स. ओके, ऑल दिस इन्फॉर्मेशन द स्पोर्ट पेज. क्लासिफाईड ॲड सेक्शन, सो इट गिव इज द डिफरंट काइंड ऑफ दी छोट्या जाहिराती म्हणतो आपण क्लासिफाईड ॲड सेक्शन. सो इट्स गिव द इन्फॉर्मेशन रिलेटेड टू नॉट ओनली द रिलेटेड टू द जॉब, वॉक इन इंटरव्यू, जॉब रिलेटेड, selling, buying the goods, all these things in the small ad. Okay, then the business and finance section is there, entertainment section is there, home and culture section, society page is there, travel and tourism section is there, any announcement should be there related to anything, obituary page is there. Okay, reader's opinion. So like that sections or parts of a newspaper. Okay, that is about 13 parts. Then the next question, question number 7, what is mean by agriculture journalist, and write down the characteristics of agricultural journalist. So what is the agriculture journalist? कृषी पत्रकार कोणाला म्हणतो आपण? An agriculture journalist is the journalist who covers all the events, article of interest and stories which is relevant to the farmers and others in the area. Okay, or the person should be gather the news by observing, interviewing, researching relevant topic, event relevant to the farmers and author. That particular person we call as a agriculture journalist. Okay, so who are going to be cover all the events related to agriculture, related to the interest, related to the stories, okay, for the farmers and the particular that agriculture area. So some of the characteristics of agriculture journalist is there. What are that? Background in agriculture and journalism. So particular person should be having the background of agriculture. He should be honest. So you can explain each and every point, minimum 8 point. He should be the honest, tireless, bold. अभी पत्रकार जर्नलिस्ट बनना है तो आपको बोल्ड रहना ही चाहिए. courteous, compassionate, humble yet proud, curious, you should have the curiosity, creative mind will be there, shrewd, and jack of all trades. He should have the knowledge about all the trades, all the things should, all the subjects knowledge उसको होना चाहिए. Okay, so you should go through the explanation through the notes about these characteristics. Okay, it is for 8 marks. Then what is the mean by proofreading? Enlist the stages of proofreading. So this is for 4 marks because it is a question number 8 in that A. So it is just ask the enlist the stages of proofreading, but I am also giving the explanation about the stages of proofreading. So what is a proofreading? It is the art of making correction in the proof pulled from a composed matter. So this is the definition from the your model answer. So you can write another definition also, which is related. It is a proofreading is nothing but is the correcting and verifying the information before release that information to the publication. Okay, in the form of news story, in the form of magazine story, in the newspaper, and on the radio talk on the radio, and the whatever the television program on the television. Okay, so before uh, presenting that information to the public, you can verify and correcting that particular data. Okay, so reading is nothing but proof for error is a proofreading. Proof is a printed copy of material set in the type. Okay, so there is a different kind of the stages are there of proofreading. So we already means proofreading symbols are there, different kind of the proofreading symbols are there. So what are the stages? Gully proof, it's called as a slip proof. Revise proof, page proof is also called as author proof, house correction, sheet proof, and machine proof. So these are the 6 stages of proofreading. Okay, go through that. So we can discuss one by one. It is not asking for the explanation, but I am going to explain this point, which is helpful to you. What is a gully proof or slip proof? It is the final step before manuscript publication. Okay, before going to be publication, this is the final step, okay, of your particular editing. Final review by the author before publication at this stage. Okay, only critical changes should be made, such as data correction or names of missing author. Publisher have set publication timeliness in a place, that is 24 hours to 72 hours to revise and return the proof. When you are already your story is final, but it is also went to the that particular editors, but some correction will be there. What kind of the correction में author's name में गलत हो गया, अगर author name is missing is there, or any correction in the author name, again any language or grammatical issues are there. Okay, so that can be only changes in this gully proof, critical changes. Okay, so what kind of the things you can do in the gully proof? Make only critical changes like author name and data correction, update any increase citation, proofread for language and grammatical errors. Okay, means grammatically ing ed like that things are is remaining, so you can correct it, but you don't do the ब्लॉक ऑफ टेक्स्ट, मूविंग द ब्लॉक्स. आपको ब्लॉक मूव नहीं करना है, टेबल मूव नहीं करना है. ओके, डू नॉट मिस द डेडलाइन. रिफ्रेन फ्रॉम सबमिटिंग विदाउट co-author's approval. Okay, so these things you don't do in the proof, so in the gully proof. Okay, just you are going to be do critical changes in the gully proof or slip proof. Okay, revise proof. What is the revise proof? It as an act of a revising or revision. Okay, so you just give the revision to your particular printing proof. Okay, page proof, author proof. The interior pages of the book designed and typed and laid out just as it will appear with when it is a print. Okay, so it is just a author proof is there. So what, how it is already interior by the particular book design or type is just like that only. Okay, house correction, self correction, you should do the self correction here. Then the sheet proof, a page of proof text or sheet used to make correction. Okay, act of correcting before being printed for use. Trial impression made from the composed type or printouts. Okay, it is a what kind of the sheet proof is what kind of the proof? It is a page of proof text. Okay, a sheet used to make a correction. Okay, just you are correcting the before going to be the particular printed material for use. Okay, आपको अगर यूज़ मीन्स अभी मैंने प्रिंट निकाली, मेरा फाइनल हो गया, सब करेक्शन हो गया, गली प्रूफ हो गया, रिवाइज प्रूफ हो गया, पेज हो गया, हाउस करेक्शन, शीट प्रूफ, before going to print that particular matter to use, you are going to be make this correction. Okay, then last is a machine proof or press proof. It is origin in the 1950. That time is a timber type of the that wooden type of the machine should be used, but nowadays computer is there, laptop is there. Okay, so you can check your all the typing material on the laptop or computer itself. Okay, so machine proof, you are going to be check your all the material soft copy at computer or laptop itself. That is a machine proof. Okay, so these are the 6 stages of proofreading. Then in that question number B, question number 8b, give in brief important rule followed in a proof correction. So some of the rules are there in proof correction. So first is all correction should be made in the margin. So whatever the correction is there, I will show you. Here margin is there. Okay, here your text is there. So you are going to do your by using the proofreading symbol in this section. आपको यहाँ पर करेक्शन करना है मार्जिन, और यहाँ टेक्स्ट रहता है. सपोज फॉर एग्जांपल टेलीविजन इज देयर, टेलीविजन. सो यहाँ पर करेक्शन है, यहाँ पर स्पेस नहीं होना चाहिए, ये स्पेस नहीं होना चाहिए. ओके, सो यू शुड डू करेक्शन हियर. That is close up, means you should make this sentence close up, television. Okay, so like that, this is the one of the correction I have made here by using the close up symbol. So you go through the notes, you will get the different kind of the proofreading symbol. full stop कहाँ पर देना है, question mark कहाँ होना चाहिए, apostrophe कहाँ पर होना चाहिए. Okay, so that is thing. Only such marks should be made in the text which are required to indicate the place to which the correction refers. Okay, अभी जहाँ पर कैपिटल लिखना है, जहाँ पर आपको कैपिटल सेंटेंस बनाना है, कैपिटल देन लोअर केस. ओके, इटैलिक, ये जो थ्री टाइप के करेक्शन है इटैलिक सेंटेंस. सो यू शुड मेक द राउंड दैट पर्टिकुलर सेंटेंस एंड डू द करेक्शन. ओके, आपको राउंड करना है वो पर्टिकुलर वर्ड को. ओके, इफ एनी चेंजेस इज रिक्वायर्ड इन द लेटर वर्ड, यू शुड बी इंस्ट्रक्ट थ्रू द एंड लेटर और मैटर टू substituted should be written in the margin. Special attention should be given to the checking of scientific names and numerical data. आपको कहाँ ज़्यादा ध्यान देना है, scientific names and numerical data. Okay, word breaking or division at the end of the line should be checked. Word breaking, division, अभी मैंने एक एग्जांपल दिया था टेलीविजन. Running head should be read carefully. Running heads. Position of illustration blocks and caption should be checked carefully. Illustration blocks of map है. सपोज औरंगाबाद डिस्ट्रिक्ट का मैप आपको डालना है, अगर आपने जालना डिस्ट्रिक्ट के सामने डाल दिया तो चलेगा कि नहीं. सो यू शुड चेक द मैप ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर प्लेस और चेक द graph of the particular analysis data. So that particular graph should be presenting that particular data. Okay, so like that. Caption you should check if the correct picture should have the correct caption. The proofreading is done with the help of symbol which is marked in a particular manner. Okay, symbol I have told you different kind of symbols are there. full stop है. Okay, कहाँ पर देना है, इटैलिक कहाँ पर करना है, सिंबल है. अभी कैपिटल के लिए कैप यूज़ करते हैं, लोअर केस के लिए स्मॉल लेटर LW यूज़ करते हैं, क्लोजअप के लिए ये सिंबल यूज़ करते हैं. फिर different kind of the symbols are there. Okay, so you go through the proofreading symbols. These are the some rules. Okay, then the question number 9, what is mean by feature story? This is a very important question. So feature story, enlist and explain in brief the types of feature stories. So feature article or feature story is nothing but It means writing a story in a different volume of news, reporting for a clear news with brevity, educating the readers and creating entertainment with them. That is your feature story. Okay, so writing the story in a different volume of a news, reporting for a clear news with brevity, educating the reader and creating entertainment within them. So what are that particular feature stories? The first is a news feature, process or utility feature, general information feature, experience feature, personality feature, before and after use feature, seasonal feature, mythological feature and other type of the feature, which are subject matter feature, interview feature. So some of the in bold later these types of feature story it is already present in your notes. Okay, but that are not bold later, that is in your model answer. So about 9 feature stories are there, 9 types. So news feature. Okay, so what is the news feature? News feature is depend on the your news. It is based on your news, what is happening in the surrounding. Okay, we create the news. It many cases these are the news follow up coming in the wake of the news. The fact that some farmer has won a prize for producing the best crop in the district goes as a news story soon after it is known. One farmer getting the or won the prize for producing the best crop in the district, so it create the news feature. Okay, so for example import and export of fruit crop, it is one of the news feature. So you should enlist the news feature feature stories and explain that particular feature story with example. Okay, then the processor utility feature is the second type of the feature story. So what is happen, how to do that particular definite procedure. For example, how to use the chemical fertilizer. So you should give the procedure about that all the that how to use the chemical fertilizer. Okay, so how to build, how to do. Okay, that will be useful to the farmer. Okay, in their home. So main idea of this particular process or utility feature is what, to give the reader step by step direction how you are going to perform that particular thing. Okay, how to use chemical fertilizer, कैसे use करना है chemical fertilizer. So you should go tell to step by step to the farmer through that particular story. Then 3, general information feature. You should just tell about the farmer about that particular story, that is improved and hybrid varieties of crop. You are just telling the your reader about the improved and hybrid variety of the crop. Okay, so some problem of everyday interest and significance to him and how it is to be solved. Okay, if the particular farmer not getting the much yield on their in their farm, so they can use the improved and hybrid varieties on their crop. Okay, experience feature. So experiences of the successful person, that is success story we can tell you. So the particular farmer already experience getting the experience in that particular field, so they can use that particular experience in the form of feature story. Personal experience होगा उसमें, the particular in this type you present the actual testimony of someone who is identified, the story of itself written in the first person and chatty conversation style, giving the reader a real human interest story. Confession story, here just not giving the success of the particular person but also negative point also in that particular, only the not success but also the failure. Okay, two side in the confession story. Third person story, an experience story can also be written about the experience of the third person or the group of persons. So I am a third person, I am telling about the one of the another farmer or the another group of farmer. Okay, or any institute. Okay, that particular farmer producer organization is going very well, so I am telling the third person. Okay, then the personality feature, here the kind of feature which devote itself to describe a single person. Okay, celebrity, person को हम describe कर रहे हैं. Okay, for example Dr. स्वामीनाथन, श्री पोपट पवार. Okay, Then before and after use feature, it is agriculture exhibition. Before conducting that agriculture exhibition, what is happen? After conducting that particular agriculture exhibition, what happened? So you are giving the before after use feature. Okay, farmers rally, पहले क्या हुआ बाद में क्या हुआ, so you are getting the follow up there. Okay, seasonal feature, that is season and crop. तो जिस सीज़न में ये क्रॉप आएगा तो उसके बारे में आप इंफॉर्मेशन दे रहे हो. ओके, mythological feature, festivals, different kind of the festivals, so giving the information related to the agriculture and that particular festivals. Other type subject matter features are there, just giving the story related to any one, only one content or only one subject. And interview features, you are taking the interview of any person by asking the questions. Okay, so that is about the 9 number question. And the last question, question number 10, that is short notes, problem of agriculture journalism. Okay, so low literacy percentage, so about 35% of people illiterate in our India. Then inaccessibility of the printed and other media is there, lack of farm writers, lack of research, low circulation, lack of trained manpower, financial constraint, low readership, not leadership, poor coverage of agriculture news, irregular and inadequate supply of research-based information, low purchasing power, unable to tap advertisement support. So these are the problems of agriculture journalism. I already discussed this problem in my video lecture of this elective extension, so we go through that. Then sources of agriculture journalism. So in model answer paper of 1890, give the different kind of the sources, and your notes it's give the different sources. So I will combine, I already combined both the sources here. So sources of agriculture journalism is for 4 mark under the question number 10, that is short notes. So local level, so whatever the colleges are there or university present in the particular local area. Okay, so I am in Aurangabad, so CSMS is agriculture college in Aurangabad, is MGM is there, so that is my local sources. Okay, local level sources. State level, many governmental research are there, regulatory agencies are there concerned with the agriculture from a variety of public perspectives. National level, national government असतील, national research organization and companies or corporation involved in agriculture research. Okay, then regional, international and professional organization, professional association and research organizations are, that is ARCs, that is Agriculture Research Council, and CGIR, Consortium of International Agriculture Research Research Centers. So it is a different kind of the companies come together, and the motto is one, that is to improve the rural areas or to agriculture. Okay, CGIR. Okay, CGIR. And the PTO is there, that is a power tech off, is related to the engineering. Commercial publishers, some commercial publishers are there, Elsevier, Applied Science Publishers, and CRC Press. Agricola is there, Agriculture Online Access, that is CAB, and Agris. Okay, World Wide Web are there, Internet is there, so that is one of the sources. So on internet, different kind of the portals are there, different kind of the different kind of the things are there available on the internet. Okay, other than that, other sources are there. So by taking the interviews, so these are the present in your notes, that is interviews there, coverage of events, abstracting from research. What is the abstract? It is a summary of the particular research. Scientific materials are there, wire services journals. Wire services के अंडर क्या आता है, news channels are there. Okay, so all the different things, journals, conference, proceeding, handbooks are there, glossary, demonstrations, accomplishment of farmers. Then rather than that, again some of the sources are there, reporters are there, primary sources, written sources, leaked documents are there, secondary sources, tip off, press release, press notes, handout, press statements. So these are the different kind of the sources are there. Through that, reporters can get the information and they can present in the form of news story in the newspaper. So this is about your subjective questions. 10 question I discuss in today's class. So objective I will discuss in the next class. Thank you.